It made me cry.
This one's wife. But what if the kids blame me? Hello, I'm H.G. Tudor. This one's wife operates with the facade of being a loving and caring mother, despite the fact that she's rarely seen with the children, that she regularly pops off to Jamaica, Portugal, Dusseldorf, The Hague, Whistler, New York, without her children. That she's regularly photographed at events where other people have taken their children, but she never does. The hypocrisy of her position of suggesting that she is a loving, hands-on mother is, of course, lost on her. The evidence demonstrates that she's rarely with them, which leads to suggestions that the children don't exist, or that if they do, she spends more time away from them and doesn't want the world to see them because she's fearful that they will usurp her in terms of attention. Notwithstanding this state of affairs, this one's wife continues to want to tell the world that she really does care for these children. And as per the Hindustan Times, as always, I leave it up to you to determine the veracity of the information provided. I just provide you with the analysis. Aditi Srivastava reports, this one's wife, terrified Archie and Lilibet might blame her post-Harry's UK exit because she's worried about the children's relationship with UK royals' cousins. Thus, she's making it seem as if she cares about the fact that they don't see their cousins, despite the fact, of course, that she makes no effort whatsoever to allow them to go and spend time with their cousins. She doesn't extend an invitation to uncle and auntie, hey, why don't you come and visit and bring the kids? It'll be great for them all to play together and get to know one another. There is no, could we come and see you? And we'll bring all of the kids together. We know that she won't travel to the United Kingdom because her narcissism perceives that it is a hostile environment with regard to public press and royal family and would be too difficult to control, so she maintains control by staying in a position of withdrawal, staying in California. She isn't going to ask those people to come and visit her because her narcissism recognizes that those people are most likely going to say no, which will wound her. And remember, the narcissism is there as a self-defense mechanism. Its role is to prevent her from being wounded, to avoid situations where that might occur. The article explains, Prince Harry's move to the United States has caused ripples. After officially giving up his UK residency, a move that may have hurt the British royals, the Duke of Sussex on April 17th has designated the United States as his new home. This comes on the heels of his 2020 decision to step back from royal duties. An expert claims this one's wife worries about the growing distance from the UK royals on their children, Archie and Lilibet. This one's wife and Harry have 2 kids together. Archie, the older child, in case you'd forgotten, was born in the United Kingdom, but was very young when the couple decided to step back from their royal duties. Their youngest child, Lilibet, has grown up in California and considers the United States her home. Experts claim that this one's wife is concerned because she believes her children won't have a close relationship with their cousins George, Charlotte, and Louis. She is also really worried that her children will have no real relationship of any kind with their cousins, as per royal expert Tom Quinn, who exclusively spoke to the Mirror. This one's wife loves the idea of having a big happy family, well, that's facade management, and hates it when people describe her childhood and family as dysfunctional. Well, that's because it's criticism, and the narcissist never likes to be criticised. She's terrified history is going to repeat itself, the expert continued. According to the expert, one of Harry and this one's wife friends, one of only a few aristocratic friends they made in the United Kingdom, told them that this one's wife wasn't 100% opposed to everything about the UK. There were things she loved about the UK, the expert added. This one's wife worries that her children will blame her if they never get to see their cousins, and feel as adults that they have been deprived of what might have been a fun and meaningful existence in the United Kingdom as working royals. Now, first of all, this one's wife doesn't care about whether her children have a meaningful relationship with their cousins because she has no emotional empathy for either her children or her nieces and nephews. Nevertheless, in a public-facing situation, her narcissism as part of the facade management will cause her to suggest, oh, I'm really concerned that they won't have a relationship together. And of course, this ongoing rift is such a problem. I didn't cause it. I've tried to reach out to them to solve the rift, to reconcile, but they don't want to listen. Once again, portraying herself as the kind and decent person, and that she is the victim, the one that has been hard done to. She isn't interested about healing the rift. She doesn't care. The fact is, she would only care for the public appearances point, the facade management, so that people would think that she's the one that's the decent person and they are the ones that are the problem, that she is the victim of their horrible behaviour. She doesn't care about the children being together because she has no emotional empathy. She also doesn't give a shit about what the children actually think about her to the extent of that being on a day-to-day basis. If challenged about it, she would portray to the outside world, yes, I'm really worried that they might blame me if they don't get to see their cousins. And actually, I've done everything I can to try and make that work. It isn't my fault. Once again, facade management. But she isn't doing anything to try and make it work. Because if it was genuine, she'd apologise for her behaviours and alter her behaviour so to demonstrate in a meaningful and permanent fashion that she can be trusted and that a worthwhile relationship can take place. But that's never going to happen because as a narcissist, she's incapable of permanent change. Indeed, she doesn't see that there's anything to change because she doesn't see that there's anything wrong with the way that she has behaved. Remember, she is the victim. She is the one that has been hard done to. She is the one that has been castigated unfairly by the Prince and Princess of Wales. Naturally, to the outside world, she wants them all to think, oh, I've always wanted the cousins to play together, but it's that lot over there that haven't allowed it to happen. And now I'm worried that my kids will think that I'm the problem, which of course she is. But she doesn't recognise that. She's just concerned about how she is perceived by the world at large because she wants to be seen as being a good mother. And of course, she needs to control her children. So if there was any suggestion that the children would say, Mum, we blame you for never seeing our cousins, you denied us that, that's a threat to control and goes against the illusionary image that she has of herself. Thus, although she isn't concerned about them spending time together, for the purposes of facade management, she could well come out with comments such as this for the purposes of being concerned, although it's not genuine, that the children may well indeed blame her. I'm H.G. Tudor. Thank you for listening.